I can already tell this is gonna be a good video.
I feel like fucking something. We could be only fucking sugar. I ain't no dummy. I like to say, but if we could kiss it.
Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natty. If you're new, I do lifestyle videos, vlogs, and videos on becoming that girl, period. So as you can see by the thumbnail and also the title, I'm going to be discussing advice in your 20s. So if you guys have been watching me and are not new to my channel, then you know that I recently turned 30. And this is a major milestone for me. I have accomplished and overcame so much in the last 10 years. And I just want to give some advice to my younger audience and let you guys know that it's going to be okay. You will make it through. And these are just some of the lessons that I've learned throughout my 20s, and also just some things that I wish I could have done differently to maybe potentially get a better outcome. So I want to share those things with you guys here today, and we're just going to get right into the video. Also, I have a new drink that I'm trying out today. You know, this is my series where we sip and spill tea. So we're going to be getting into all of that today. But the drink that I have today is Barefoot Wine to Go. This is a rosé. And I love it because it actually matches my outfit, which is super cute. And I have this cute little yellow straw that stands out. And one of these is actually 3 glasses of wine. So this is a lot. I've already been sipping it and I'm starting to feel it a little bit. So we're gonna get into this video and sip on our rosé wine as we go through. Very good. If you guys hear some noise in the background, it's actually thundering and lightning outside. So we're gonna try to get through this video as quick as possible because my camera is actually dying also. So the first advice for surviving your 20s would be to leave home. Biggest tip I can probably give, leave home, ladies. When you're home, you're in your comfort zone. You're in familiar surroundings. You know the area, you know the people. It's very comfortable for you, and you can sometimes stay in your shell. But when you leave home, literally it's a whole new world that you're entering into. And one of the sayings I like to say is the world is your oyster, and oyster is a rare and true beauty. So literally get out there, put yourself out there, take a leap of faith, take a chance. What's the worst that can happen to you, right? The worst that can happen to you is that things don't go as planned and you go back home. That's it. So leave home. I mean, I left home in my 20s when I went to college, and I remember being so nervous, but also so excited to go to college because this was gonna be my first time out of my parents' house. And also, everybody that I was going to college with as freshmen, this was also gonna be their first time out of their parents' house. I was gonna be meeting people for the first time that didn't know me. I could portray myself in a positive light around new people that didn't know me. It was just so many benefits to moving away. And I was so glad that I had this experience because, as I mentioned before in one of my previous videos, I was very sheltered my whole life. So leaving home was a way for me to get out there and to explore and also learn new things. I love learning new things. I love learning new skills, meeting new people. And literally when I went away to college, I did just that. So if you have the opportunity to go away for college or to go away in your 20s, do it. Literally pack up your bags and just take a leap of faith and just do it. It's the best advice that I could give to you. Faith and fear do not live in the same home. Have faith, step out on faith, and just know that there is a safety net there to catch you if you do fall. But 9 times out of 10, things are literally gonna go even better than what you expected. In addition to leaving home from college, I also have left home in various ways since I traveled for work. I have moved now to 2 different states from my original hometown state, and every time I move to a different state, I learn something new about myself. It's literally a new stage of life. Again, you portray who you want to be. So when you go to a different state, when you move, you're around different people, you're meeting new people, different surroundings, and you can just go out and explore those surroundings. Figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like, figure out what makes you happy, figure out what doesn't make you happy. Things like that is how you are going to know your true and authentic self. You are going to figure out the person that you want to be through trial and error. And this is honestly something that is so amazing, and I wish more people would go out and do. If you are just staying in your hometown, you're not evolving, you're not learning, you're not growing. You're just staying stagnant. And when you get out into the world and see the world for what it is, That's when you prosper. That's when you can learn how to manifest. You can literally create your dream life and the life that you want for you and what God has in store for you. And I just think that that's such a beautiful thing. So my biggest number one tip of advice is leave home. The next advice for surviving your 20s is going to be don't fall in love. And I say this because, of course, I had boyfriends and lovers, sneaker links, all those things in my 20s. And, you know, I'm glad I had them because it taught me what not to tolerate. It taught me what I want for myself. It taught me self-respect. You know, you have choices, right? And every choice that you make has an outcome. It has a consequence. And based on those choices that you make, you know, are going to ultimately dictate your life and your future. So if you make the wrong choice, that could ultimately have a bad consequence. But if you make the right choice, it can ultimately have a good consequence. And of course, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We are all human. And that's what makes us unique. We are all human. We have human experiences, okay? But knowing right from wrong and knowing how to respect yourself are things that you need to carry in your toolkit. You need to carry respect for yourself, because if not, somebody is going to come along and disrespect you and they're going to try to break you down. But I'm here today to tell you that you do not need to let those things happen, okay? You are in control of your life. You are in control of your future. And literally, I just want to sit here today and speak life over my younger ladies, because these are all things that I learned and have grown from in my 20s, okay? I had a relationship where I was with a narcissist, literally, and he was trying to break me down. And I knew in my mind that I was not that person that he was, you know, telling me day in and day out that I was. Of course, I stayed because it was what I was comfortable with and what I knew. But literally, it just took that one moment of him to disrespect me that I was like, no, I'm not tolerating this anymore. I know the person that I am, again, through a lot of soul searching and self-love. I know the person that I am, and I'm not gonna tolerate this. And literally, after I left that relationship, I just did what made me happy. I just did the things that I love to do. And from doing those things that made me happy, it radiated out of me. People could feel and see that I was more happier and doing the things that I loved and that I wanted to do. And I feel like that energy that you put out attracts positive energy right back to you. And once I left that relationship, you know, I met my boyfriend currently, and we've been in a relationship for 3 years now. And I feel like he saw the self-worth that I had for myself and the dignity that I had for myself. And I will never, ever let a man treat me the way that that man did, ever again. And I'm so happy in my relationship currently. And I'm in my 30s now. So I feel like if I didn't go through the experiences that I went through when I was in my 20s, I wouldn't be the person that I am today in my 30s. Yes. I wouldn't be the person that, you know, puts myself first above all things. God and then myself first. And that just goes for everything, really. That just basically shows me that I've come a long way from the person that I used to be, from what I used to tolerate, and now I want to do everything that makes me happy, everything that's positive. You know, my partner knows my love languages, and it's just so important to be able to communicate, okay? Let's say it again, communicate. Communication is literally key, because how can you be on the same page with somebody that you don't communicate with? You have to communicate. You have to let them know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You need to know what works for them, what doesn't work for them. All those things literally encompass a healthy relationship. And that's what I want for you ladies. I want a healthy relationship. And I'm so happy to have found a healthy relationship. So don't fall in love. When that person comes into your life and you know that that's your person, you'll know. I know it sounds so cliche, but literally when I met my boyfriend, the first day we met, it was literally like fireworks. Like, that's literally how I explain it. It was fireworks going off like in my head. And ever since that day, we've been inseparable. So when you find your person, you'll know. To get this drink in, I can already tell this is gonna be a good video. So my next piece of advice for surviving your 20s is save your money. When I was in my 20s in college, I worked at Alex and Ani. I made great money at Alex and Ani. I was bringing home like $1,000 checks every 2 weeks. And in your 20s, having $1,000 every 2 weeks, that's a lot of money. When you're in college and you know you have a steady job, you're going to school, That's a good amount of money to have in your pocket. And I just remember splurging. I would literally splurge on bags. I would splurge on clothes. I would not save my money at all. And at the end of the pay period, or at the end of like the week, I literally didn't even have money for food. Like, I was spending so much money on clothes and material things that I didn't even have money for food. So save your money, ladies. I wish that I had saved my money because I probably would be more advanced during that time from where I was. And of course, all the things that I currently have, every single time I receive something, it's a level up, okay? Every single time I receive something from God, it's a level up. I never digress. So save your money, be smart about your money, invest, get a 401k. As soon as you start your first career, corporate, you know, the job of your field that you're making decent money, good money, put it away. Put it away, okay? Because there's gonna come a time where you're gonna leave home, you're gonna move out of your parents' house, you're gonna move into your own apartment, and you're going to need to have money for a down payment, for rent, for an emergency fund. You're going to need to have money set aside in case something happens, okay? Emergencies happen, so we need to make sure we have money, we need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves, and we need to make sure that we're putting ourselves first. So ladies, save your money so that way you can have opportunities that fit your lifestyle. You can have opportunities that allow you to level up, to be able to have nice things. We all want to have nice things, but again, we have nice things, we have to be humble, okay? Because again, those nice things are a blessing from God, and we have to be humble. We need to steward over the things that we have so that way we can receive nicer things down the line. You can't continue to level up and receive nice things or buy yourself nice things if you don't take care of the things that you have now. Every single vehicle that I've had, every single apartment that I've had, I have literally always leveled up. Whether it was the rent was increasing or the car cost more money, literally by the grace of God, that is how I continue to level up, okay? Because he did it and he will do it again. And he will continue to do it all of my life. And I will continue to be blessed, again, if I worship him and praise him and thank him. It's so important to have gratitude. I mean, do you guys literally thank God or have gratitude, thank the universe, whatever it is that you believe in? I believe in God, so I talk about God, but whatever it is that you believe in, you have to show gratitude. You have to be thankful for your parents. They sacrifice so much for you, whether you have a good relationship with them or not. I feel like now that I'm older, I understand and realize more the sacrifices that my parents went through for me to be where I'm at. I'm a first generation college graduate. My parents didn't have that opportunity. My parents were immigrants from the Dominican Republic, okay? And I am a first generation college grad with not only 1 degree, but 2 degrees, okay? Yes, I'm still paying for those degrees, but I'm so proud of myself to say that I actually accomplished those things. So again, save your money. Biggest tip and advice for surviving your 20s. The next tip I have is going to be eat real food and exercise. This is something that I am currently in the process of doing myself. I'm so proud of myself because I've already lost 10 pounds in the past 2 weeks. I don't know how I did it, but I literally just changed my exercise and diet and just got some discipline, got some consistency. And this is something that when I was in my 20s, when I was in college, I actually did a lot. I cooked at home. I find joy in cooking. I love cooking for others. I would literally cook at home if there was like a meal at a restaurant that I loved or something that I was craving, just cook it at home. It's literally so simple. You just need patience, a little bit of time management, and you'll get it done. And it'll be so tasty. You know, you'll be accomplishing something yourself where you can be proud of yourself. And also with the exercise, like just take 20-30 minutes out of your day and just challenge yourself, challenge your body. I can't stress enough how much working out and exercising helps your mental health. Literally, it's such a stress reliever. I love just listening to music and just zoning out while I work out and just seeing the changes in my body with eating right and drinking water that, you know, my body goes through. And when I was in my 20s, when I was when I was in grad school, because I only did 1 year of grad school. When I was in grad school, I was working out regularly. I was eating at home. I loved cooking and just, you know, taking care of myself, taking care of my body. When I get out of the shower, putting on good lotion that smells good, putting on perfume, like all those things, just taking care of myself is what I love to do. And, you know, as you change and go through life, you just think think back to those moments where you felt your best, and it's like you want that again. And that's why, like, now I'm trying to get back into that same regimen, that same routine that I had before when I was so disciplined when I was in grad school. I want that again for myself. I want to feel the way I felt during that time. And literally by eating healthy and exercising is how you're going to do that. I promise you. You will literally elevate to your highest self and show up as that girl day in and day out when you take care of your physical, mental health, okay? It's something like radiating from the inside out of you. Like, people just know your skin is clear, your hair is better, your nails, everything. Like, literally just 360 transformation when you start working out. And like, why wouldn't you want that? Okay, so my next piece of advice is going to be to try new things. You never know what you don't like, what you do or do not like until you try it. So try new things. Put yourself out there. Yes, rejection is scary. Yes, if you don't like something, okay, you move on. But try new things. Step out on faith. Step out on a limb. Just try something different. I think for me, one of the things that I've always struggled with is being on my own. Right? And this is like something since middle school. Like, I wouldn't even go and throw away my lunch tray in middle school by myself. Like, I would literally tell my friend to come with me or have my friend go to the bathroom with me. Like, those are things that, I don't know, I just always had like a crippling effect, or it's always had a crippling effect on me to just be by myself. So in that regard, so one of the things that I want to work on in trying new things is going to places by myself. I think I've only been out to eat one time by myself, and I would love to, like, honestly just go and get sushi by myself one of these days. Just dress up cute and go and get me some sushi. Like, that's one of the things that I'm going to be challenging myself to try something new. So you'll have to stick around and see if I do go out and take myself out to dinner soon by myself. You guys will have to wait and see. But one of the pieces of advice that I'm actually still working on myself in my 30s is trying new things. But I challenge you guys to try something new and put yourself out there. You never know what's gonna, come of it when you do those things. So definitely challenge yourself and put yourself out there. And last but not least is going to be have fun. I cannot stress this enough. Whatever you do, make sure you're having fun. Whether it's a job, whether it's school, whether it's hanging out with a group of friends, spending time with family, making sure that you're having fun is so important. Again, you dictate the choices you make. You are in control of your life. You are in control of the people that are surrounding you, okay? You are in control of the environments that you put yourself in. But whatever you do, make sure you're having fun because you only have one life to live. This is literally a motto that I've had for myself since I was a little girl. I always told myself, like, never live without regrets, okay? And it's probably something, that goes hand in hand with trying new things, but never live without regrets. I literally told myself that when I was a young girl. I don't know where that sparked from, but maybe the Pisces in me, but I literally told myself to not live without regrets. And I just tried new things and put myself out there and did things that I would ultimately have fun doing and not regret. And that's one of the biggest takeaways that I can give you guys is do not live without regret. Each day is not promised, so we have to thank God for all the days that we are here and count all of our blessings. But make sure that you're taking full advantage of this life that you live currently. And if it's not the life that you want to live, then manifest, pray, meditate, put in the work that you want to do to reap the benefits of your seeds. I was literally talking to my boyfriend about this yesterday. When you have an idea or a thought that pops into your head, God's gonna give you the plan, but he's gonna give it to you in pieces, right? So when you get those pieces, when you get those seeds, sow those seeds. Sow them into the ground. Water those seeds. Put in the work, put in the action behind whatever those seeds, those plans are for you, okay? And over time, in due season, those seeds are going to flourish. They're going to manifest themselves and you will reap the benefits and the fruits of those seeds that you planted. But that is only if you water those seeds between you and God, okay? You must water and take care of those seeds that you've planted, and that's only between you and God. Do not tell people what your plans are. Do not tell people what your seeds are. Do not tell people what God has told you, because people are going to be your biggest doubters. They're not going to support you. They're going to talk bad about those plans and those seeds that you've planted, and they're not going to speak life over you, okay? So that's why we have to meditate and get into our prayer closets and be grateful, give thanks, gratitude to the Lord, so that way those seeds can come to fruition, okay? But if you tell somebody before that seed has even been watered, the seed's gonna die. The seed's gonna die, and that's it. I mean, there's things that I'm working on myself that I haven't told anybody, not even my family members, and I plan on keeping it that way because I ultimately want to see my dreams come to fruition. And there's so many more things that I want to accomplish within my life that I know I will accomplish before I die. It doesn't matter what amount of money it takes. It doesn't matter what amount of time or sacrifice it takes. I know that I'm going to accomplish those things. Thank you guys for watching my video today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. These are like honestly my little anecdotes that I've taken throughout my life. As you can tell, I live them, I breathe them, I eat, I sleep these little anecdotes day in and day out, even since I've been a kid. So I just hope that you guys got something out of this video and can take some of these tips and tricks with you and keep them in your toolbox. This drink has been really good. I think this is what's gotten me chatting the whole time, because as you see, I haven't even barely sipped it. I'm not much of a drinker, I'm not much of a drinker these days, so you know, a little sip here and there will definitely get me feeling good. But thank you guys for tuning into this video today. Thank you so much for all the love and support you have given me. I'm so happy to be growing my platform on YouTube with all the love and support that you guys are giving me. I'm going to continue to produce content for you, so please be on the lookout for that. If you guys have video suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts about this video, if you guys can relate, if you have any other suggestions, anecdotes, or things that you carry in your toolbox with you. I'd love to hear them. Until next time, bye guys.